Welcome to HackTalk, where we dive into daily top articles from Hacker News. I'm Dave.
And I'm Rick. Today we're going to unpack a range of topics covered by the HN community, from the legacy of political figures to the cutting edge of tech.
So Rick, have you seen the flurry of comments on Hacker News about Henry Kissinger's passing? I mean, he was a figure that was both venerated and reviled with such a complex legacy in American foreign policy.
Oh, definitely, Dave. Kissinger's strategies during the Cold War, his hand in opening up China, and his involvement in Vietnam, Cambodia. The list is extensive. His death at 100 years highlights how his decisions are still relevant and contentious today.
Yeah, you can't overlook his impact on tech either. I've been reading about his views on nuclear strategy from his early days, and towards the end, he was weighing in on artificial intelligence in weaponry. From nukes to AI, that says a lot about how long he stayed in the game, doesn't it?
Certainly. It's the kind of foresight you see mirrored in tech leaders and policymakers today. But the comments on HN don't mince words. They're bringing up the human costs behind strategic decisions.
True. As we move deeper into our own era of complex tech ethics, Kissinger's actions serve as a stark reminder.
And there's that push for tech to consider ethical implications, especially in areas like AI and automated weaponry.
You've got it. Tech's dual-use dilemma, innovation for good or harm, is even more poignant when you think about the long-term effects.
Exactly. And it's not just innovation, it's about responsible innovation. Tech has to have checks and balances.
And with current tech like encryption, it's a tough balance. Kissinger's legacy is a powerful conversation starter, for sure.
Yeah, history and tech manuals might have more in common than we realize. His discussions, ethical, technological, political, they're lasting and crucial.
Speaking of crucial discussions, have you heard about the recent development in the EU regarding the regulation laying down rules to prevent and combat child sexual abuse?
Yes, the European Parliament rejecting mass scanning private messages was a win for digital rights and privacy.
It's a bold stance and a clear message about protecting fundamental rights, even against child abuse.
True, they're preserving privacy but not sacrificing security. Finding that fine line.
The constant surveillance proposals wear people down. There's that concern about measures slipping through during a crisis.
History has shown how absolute power can become a cancer of the soul, as a commenter vividly said.
Quite the metaphor. And encryption is about finding balance, not giving a free pass to nefarious actors or creating widespread risk.
Technical challenges are immense. Data across borders, platforms like Facebook, Twitter. Imagine governments sifting through all that.
It's a massive haystack for sure. Regional powers in the EU playing their veto cards is crucial to keep checks on potentially overreaching laws.
Without veto power, the rights of smaller members could be bulldozed by a majority.
And there's this growing digital divide between people who are mindful of digital privacy and those who trust big tech blindly.
It's a less talked about digital divide. You've got the convenience users versus the privacy advocates.
Nothing motivates privacy preservation like politicians fearing their own private messages getting exposed, right?
Exactly. Self-preservation influences law shaping, and we'll keep watching how this unfolds.
Hey Rick, what do you think about these visual anagrams using diffusion models? Saw that Hacker News thread?
Those are mind-bending. Images that can be interpreted in multiple ways. It's fascinating.
Technology blending with human perception creates impressive optical illusions. These models create artful deceptions we just can't look away from.
Some argue it's overkill to use AI for illusions, but hey, it gives us cool results.
Oh, and that comment about the man-woman inversion image. Are we just at the tip of the iceberg with AI visual trickery?
There's definitely the potential for more complexity. And it could have practical uses like that duck-rabbit sliding puzzle.
And the images that change under red-blue light got me excited. Old-school 3D glasses with a modern twist.
Exploring perceptual boundaries. Who knows? In an era of mixed reality, we might be walking around with digital illusion goggles.
Whether it's neural networks or not, machines tricking us just doesn't cease to amaze us, huh?
Absolutely. And we're curious about what other visual magic these AIs will uncover next.
Rick, did you see that story on Gusto's weirdest bug? Chrome crashing because of an animated GIF. How wild is that?
An animated GIF causing chaos is a reminder of how complex systems can have unexpected failures.
The bug's specifics, Grammarly extension, the international implications, all point to the intricacies of modern web systems.
It's a troubleshooting communal effort. Devs, infrastructure teams, IT, a reminder of the interwoven expertise in tech companies.
We've moved far beyond simple HTML websites. Now we have extensions, frameworks, and containerization to contend with.
Oh yeah, nothing like a Kubernetes session. But dealing with the bug shows how resilience is about workarounds just as much as it is about solving the problem.
Adaptability is key in tech resilience, and those quirky software stacks continue to surprise us day by day.
Quirks, is that what we're calling the soul-crushing bugs now?
Our way of staying sane, Rick. But it's also what keeps us hooked on tech.
Dave, did you catch Daniel Stenberg's take on Xcurl?
Yeah, Microsoft's GDK-compliant curl implementation. Niche but necessary.
They're reshaping libcurl a top winner TP, a reminder of platform-specific tech challenges.
Stripping down features, yet another example of tweaks in the complex world of tech.
Microsoft's creative take with their fork could lead to some support headaches for the curl maintainers.
That's going to be an interesting mess for the developers to handle.
Open source originality maintains loyalty through relentless updates and problem solving.
Indeed, staying true to the source tends to prevent obsolescence.
And let's be techno-optimists. There's room for evolution, even with some odd decisions along the way.
Just another day in the wild world of open source.
Can't argue with that.
Now onto a literary tech tie-in. Rick, you ever get into Stanisław Lem's work?
Lem's work is prophetic. The Invincible predicts artificial life in fascinating ways.
Impressive how he anticipated the debate around the nature of life and artificial intelligence.
Way ahead of his time, considering self-replicating machines and evolutionary concepts without modern computing references.
Simplicity leading to complexity. It's very relevant to our approach in AI and robotics today.
Lem challenged our anthropocentric view and had us consider our tech's impact at a universal level.
Lem teaches us to be cautious and thoughtful, particularly with AI and its potential implications.
His work remains a beacon at the intersection of literature and tech, always ripe for exploration.
Lem's narratives serve as an anchor of humanistic exploration as we navigate the vast unknown of technology.
Here's to hoping we avoid a paperclip machine apocalypse and continue responsibly evolving our tech.
To all our listeners out there, if you've enjoyed this journey through the intersection of tech and everything else, make sure to subscribe to HackTalk on your favorite podcast platform.
This has been a Glip Lab production, and we'll be back with more insightful discussions pulled straight from the front page of Hacker News. Keep hacking, and until next time.
See you in the cyberspace, folks.